All right, I have been talking up the vacuum tube sword forever. I've also been talking up the vacuum tube axe, the vacuum tube spear, and in general, the vacuum tube weapons. Link to those videos down below because the chain lightning came with the whatever 6 perk upgrade update we had forever ago. The chain lightning is insanely good, and today we have a perfect mission for it because it's water all season. As of recording this, it's a Winterfest season, which if you see the timeline, I can show it on screen, link down below. It's a mutant storm, which means pretty crappy alerts, but water in every single 4x, which is awesome for nature weapons. Double attack speed. We're gonna be running a Paleoluna build and then damage to miss monsters and bosses. Normal enemies will die too quickly. They are the only ones that are gonna need any help. Yeah, oh yeah, we got the Ben's War Cry. Basic Paleoluna build. I showed this off in the best ninja loadout, link down below. Luna lead, Blast in the Pass, Hide, Vigor. Vigor sucks, but it's the only thing that'll do any help. Assassin Sarah, super basic. Battle Beat, because we do want to swing faster to activate Paleoluna, and Coconuts. I hate searching for them, but damage and health, you can't beat it. So yeah, not much else to say. Let's just hop in game, and I'll show you why this thing is supercharged. So, fun fact, I recorded that intro 2 days prior to this clip, and that's because I recorded it prior to picking up the lady friend, and did not look at the clock. So here I am. That makes no difference to the video, but I'm here and using the vacuum tube sword. Let's go find a bigger crowd. Oh, I was hoping he'd break it. Ah! Okay, so, I fell into a pit on my way to an encampment. We're gonna take out the Smasher first and show you just how good the vacuum tube sword isn't against single target. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? It's no... I was gonna say Stormblade, but that doesn't do well against single target either. Oh my god, what is this glitchiness? It's no Clax, you know, that does a lot better against a single target, but the group damage is phenomenal. I mean, just enjoy. Look at, oh my god. It's so good. It's like the clip in the Tree of Light video, which is out as of recording, I think. I don't know. I'll link it down below either way. It's scheduled, but that video showcased the Tree of Light. It's actually pretty good. It didn't impress me back in the day when I tried it out the first few times, but it can run triple crit damage, and it's pretty good with Luna. It's a video you should check out if you're interested in melees, but in that video, I pulled out the vacuum tube sword just to show, and it is so good. This is so satisfying. The vacuum tube sword just shreds through enemies. It is very similar to the vacuum tube spear, which is also an amazing video. It does not have a fun 160. Maybe I should change that, but I showed it in the best perks video, lots of gameplay, and even though that video is geared towards the best perks, there's also tons of conversation about the weapon itself. The vacuum tube spear is honestly just as good as the sword. The vacuum tube axe might not be the king of the roost, but also pretty solid. And then of course, finally, the vacuum tube bow. Yeah, no, we made a whole video actually showing the vacuum tube bow off in a 160 zone. Batio, Aura, Archer, and I all took to an Atlas mission and just defended each Atlas with no traps. It was really not a challenge as we intended it to be, but the vacuum tube bow is also insane. So tis the season to be using these nature weapons, as it is a mutant storm, which means we're gonna have reduced modifiers, or at least reduced rewards, so like no mini boss modifiers to give us the good stuff. However, it means we'll be locked to a certain element, and at the time of recording, it's water missions every single 4x, which means these vacuum tube weapons are insanely good this time of year. Yeah, the vacuum tube, bruh. The vacuum tube, bruh. This is just me laughing with chat. Yeah, Twitch link down below if you guys ever want to, you know, have your input on these videos. I record all these on stream, and I've been really enjoying that. In fact, it's more fun for the people on stream because they get to see a video get created behind the scenes. I get to hang out with chat. It just makes everything a lot more lively. It's also a lot less awkward because I'm kind of talking to a crowd right now of like 100 people rather than sitting in my room just, you know, going on about how good a sword is. It's not something I'm above. I've certainly recorded many videos alone in a dark room, but this way is a lot more fun, and you guys can hang out with me on Twitch. Link down below, as per usual. I think every single Fun 160s video to date has been recorded on stream, so definitely a fun place to hang out if you guys want to spend some time with me. Now, I don't really know how much gameplay I wanted to get before the defense just to show you guys how strong this weapon is, but the fact that I've been able to keep a dialogue going without any concern for the actual gameplay is just testament to how insane this weapon is. It just thrives in crowds of enemies, because if you didn't know this weapon, every single kill causes a chain lightning. There is no cooldown on that. So every enemy you kill just chains to 6 more enemies. That's just the whole crowd just dies. As long as it's not like healing death burst, there's nothing that can stop this weapon. You didn't think I was just gonna ignore that sunbeam, did you? Don't worry, I'll get it. There, we got the sunbeam, no problem. All right, we're gonna bully this last crowd of enemies and then just move on to the defense. You just take out the nurse and everything's dead. Yeah, that was basically one kill. Killed almost half the group, and then the stragglers are just an easy cleanup. Let's head over and get this defense started. All right, I don't know what my problem is, but there is something about this area that is just nice. I don't know, the blue glow and the water. It reminds me of like a Halo map, like where you put like an invisibility thing. I don't know, I enjoy it. Brings me back to Halo 3 days for some reason. What, Archer?
Can you mantle on this wall? I can't mantle on this wall.
What wall? Is it bugged? Oh, maybe you're...
I literally can't mantle on it.
Oh, I don't know. Seems fine to me. Were you starting from too far back? But there's no like...
I was standing right at the wall. I still can't mantle on it.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna head over here and kill a smasher. This is where the weapon struggles. Single target and standing in a beehive, because I am using double attack speed, which means I basically need Luna to farm my damage for me. But as long as I can stay healthy, I'm gonna be completely fine. And that's actually one of the reasons I was simultaneously excited to record in this zone and scared to record in this zone, was because we have, well, exploding death bomb, and keeping the health high is quite difficult when enemies are blowing up in your face. So yeah, by the way, I found out way too late in my Fortnite career that smoke bombs can slow an enemy, and so if you guys ever want to make a smasher go a bit slower, that's something you can do. I think it's only while they're in the smoke bomb though, because that wore off basically immediately, so I don't think it's that big of a deal, but something to know. I don't know, if you're ever struggling versus an enemy, I believe this applies to mini bosses. Just throw down a smoke bomb and they will move slower. It's about as easy as that. But yeah, this weapon is an absolute treat. The Stormblade is something that needs to get off my tongue because I keep talking about this weapon, and that one's awesome too. But the vacuum tube sword, oh my god, not bow. There are so many weapons that as a YouTuber I talk about in almost every single video that it has polluted my brain, and I am not cutting this out. I just need you guys to know what I am doing to my mind to make these videos for you. But the vacuum tube sword, the feature of today's video, is one of those weapons that I use for fun. Like when I'm not making a video and I'm not just trying to show something off, this is something I will pull out on stream all the time. And it's just that enjoyable. And you can easily see why. It's really decent damage. Again, single target's not its strong suit, but it's pretty decent damage just on its own. And then that chain lightning just makes everything easy. You can be fighting one enemy while the enemies behind you are just dying. Like if I just swing once, look at that damage. Are you kidding me? That was not just 3 kills. That was like 3 swings and the whole crowd just fell in front of me. Like, it's not even a problem. Like, you kill one basic enemy, it just snakes through the crowd and kills everything in sight. It's extremely satisfying. Like, this weapon can be kind of addicting to use. And the vacuum tube spear, while swinging a bit slower, did more single target damage. So it was kind of just a different version of the same build, and just as fun. In fact, I think in this next gameplay, because I was kind of curious how I was going to record 2 parts for this. I'm thinking, okay, either this is going to be a short fun 160, or I'm going to showcase the weapon twice. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I think I want to use a vacuum tube spear in the next clip, because I think it'll be very similar to the vacuum tube sword, where it's very fun, but I don't know if it needs a whole video. So I'll play out this second wave with the sword, and then I think we'll check out the spear afterward. All right, so not only do I see that this weapon's about to break, but I also supercharged it, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Again, I recorded that clip 2 days ago. It's just coming back to me now. But I also just want to have one later on. Like, sometimes in these videos, I debate whether or not I want to recraft, because I don't want it to break on me, but I don't necessarily need a second copy for later, because every once in a while, I'm showcasing a weapon that is only going to survive for that video. Whether it was just stupid triple crit damage perks or something that I don't typically use normally, I just wanted to showcase it to you guys. It's kind of a thing. But with the vacuum tube sword, I am more than happy to keep a second copy of that just for later, because I will certainly make good use of that. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I will certainly make good use of that, and not a problem there. In fact, that chain lightning I also wanted to add is pretty good for these shielders too, because it's only one shielder in this case, but when you kill a normal enemy and it chains over that shielder, it's wow, god damn, I'm just marveling. I'm just marveling right now. I was taken aback by how quickly those husks died. The big fat husks. That was like 4 of them. Not even a problem. Ah, it's a fire one. Ah, ref. Can we get a ref? This is crap. This is bull crap. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Hopefully the teammates, they came from the Twitch stream, can help on the mini boss. We know this weapon's not great single target. I don't think I was going to learn much from that, but always a shame. You know, it's been an unlucky streak of videos where I just could not get a decent mini boss. I'm sorry, Ben's Warcry, but no mini boss to use it on. In fact, in my best loadout ever video, that's not clickbait, by the way, that is the strongest loadout I've ever seen to date. I struggled so hard to find a mini boss that I extended that video by some 12 minutes, I think, or maybe 8 minutes for the defense. I'm not exactly sure, but I extended the video just to go and hunt another mini boss, and then it was Ricochet. I just spent the whole back half of that video killing myself on the mini boss, which was just brutal. And I haven't had a good mini boss in a while. I'll call out the Gravedigger video, link to that down below, where we got not one good mini boss, not just 2 mini bosses, but both mini bosses had the exact same level of difficulty. They were not the same perks, but there was nothing that would change it up. No tank, no smoke screen, no trap vulnerability differences, just 2 mini bosses that were functionally identical in health. And as I was comparing a crit build like Blast from the Past to a double crit damage totally rocking out. What?
They're getting in.
They're getting in. Ah, okay. That was a really great showcase because I was kind of comparing 2 different builds. Oh no, is there a side that's not trapped? Oh, don't worry guys, I got it. Oh, actually it's over here too. All right, I can help against the Smasher. I'll smoke bomb so he's nice and slow. Yeah, look at me. Look at me actually using Paleo Luna's abilities. That's just great. You know, everybody thinks about Luna as just a melee hero, but you know what? Crescent okay, I can't say that with a straight face, but you know, smoke screen is a little bit useful. Are they getting in still? What chunked? I didn't see anything else was getting close. Oh my goodness. This is actually getting kind of intense. I didn't think we'd have a problem with this mission. I'm gonna just step back away from him. And then hopefully I can help on the crowds of enemies. Oh, it's the death bomb. They're just getting through all the stalling floor freeze and everything. Oh man. Oh man. Well, at least I can just kill one enemy and then chain to a bunch all at once. See, that's very satisfying. You know, as a melee, you can get ahead of the kills, lock down an entire side, but it's only one side. I'm but one melee user. Archer's got that side with a... Are you using a Pulsar 9000? Or no, it's a Huskbuster now. Pulsar 9000 video, link to that down below.
I'm swapping in between.
That was one of my best 160s titles. It was literally just Pulsar 9000. Like, I didn't even title the video. I just said Pulsar 9000. That's it. Just Pulsar 9000. And you know what? The video performed well enough. It's like the community just knows. I mean, you don't need me to explain to you what this video is going to be. I'm going to use the Pulsar 9000. It's going to be awesome because it's the Pulsar 9000. Not an S-tier shotgun. I will die on that hill. Oh, it broke, but it switched to my Ravager. That's fine.
They're going to get it. Oh.
No, not on my watch. Woo! All right, I'm gonna go set up a spear build and check in with you guys then. All right, so correction on the spear build. It turns out that spears have really bad heroes. I don't know why I need to learn this lesson every single time I run spears, but I'll show you the vacuum tube spear at least that we will be using, and it's the same as the sword. Double attack, damage, miss monsters, chain lightning, all the same reasons as before, so let's hop in game. Oh, don't you just love dipping into a canyon with a bunch of enemies in front of you? Let's see. This is what I'm talking about. That high base damage means that the chain lightning does more and everything just dies. Like, look at this. Basic crowd of zombies, one swing. If I don't get an encampment, it's going to be really hard to show this weapon off because one swing, that one's half dead. One swing, that one's half dead. One more, one more. 4 swings, the whole crowd is gone. Like, it's nothing. Another crowd. Got a couple of propanes. Can we kill them before the... Oh, yeah, that was not even... Yeah, no, that's why I like the vacuum tube spear. Oh, a nice little nurse hanging out with her friends, and that's it. That's the whole group. Just, that's all she wrote. Now, this is an interesting case where Bright Core is typically better with Luna, right? And I've been using Sunbeam in this video, but, oh yeah, Ben's Warcry. But when our damage, for once, isn't just coming from Luna, it's partially coming from that chain lightning, I might argue that Sunbeam could be better here, you know? Like, typically with Luna, the idea is that you're just attacking as fast as possible, running double, triple attack speed, whatever you can do to get her damage active as many times as you can. But in this case, it's like, that chain lightning is a significant part of our damage output, and I think it might be better to just run Sunbeam. I don't know. I typically just run my weapon Sunbeam anyway. It's not a huge difference, but in this case, I feel like I might have accidentally picked the unintuitive correct choice. I love this so much. Propanes used to scare me, but with this build, 3 swings, the crowd is almost entirely gone. That activates Battle Beat, makes the second one not only 2 swings, but faster nonetheless. Oh, it's great. That Rock and Rift damage and attack speed is such an awesome combo, and the whole crowd is out of here. I need an encampment, for real. I guess these guys will do, though. I think this will be fine. Unless I find something else, I'm going to head over to the defense and just see you guys there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I know. I always say I'm going to the defense, but no, come on. It's a big encampment. Let's see here. How does this handle a big crowd? 250 power level. This is no joke. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, battle beat's active. It's it's a slaughter. It's a slaughter. Luna's not even helping me as much as she usually does. I'm standing in front of beehives. I'm kind of being stubborn about it just to prove a point. This is single target damage. Like that's a bit better than the sword. I think the sword is faster, but that higher damage makes up for it. Whew, what a treat. Let me set the stage here. I saw that nice little outpost. I was like, wow, this is kind of a unique looking build. Then I saw this, was like, what kind of brick is that? Come to find it's the basement. This is how normal brick should look. I'm saying, I dig it. I like that color. It brings me back to like Minecraft minus the blue. All right, the defense begins. I'm just being greedy for coconuts. 10 should be plenty, but I don't know. Death bomb, melee, not a great combo. Hopefully we can get nice big crowds of enemies. This is what I want. Oh yeah, this is the dream. The chain lightning just snakes its way all the way around to the back of the Ride Husky and just kills him from behind. This is so satisfying. I love it. This doesn't seem to be the most active side though. I'm gonna run over here and see if this is a bit more fun. Archer's trying to get his daily taken care of, so let's do this. It's like we're picking seats on a bus, you know, it's like the final option, but that's okay. That's all right. You know, when like you're the last kid on the stop and all the other ones are taken. Oh, this is beautiful. This is the same setup as that Tree of Light video I mentioned earlier in the vacuum tube part of the video, the sword part. This is so great. It's like I pulled out the sword the last time we had this defense in that video, and now I get to actually use at least the spear in the same position. Now, that single target on the Smasher is not that good. I'm clearly struggling here, and it's definitely the death burst. Luna, you know, we got to keep her healthy, but this is tough. I'm getting kicked back by Smashers and Ride Huskies. I just need to get the chain lightning rolling. Once everything's getting chain lightning afflicted, that'll be really, really good. But my health refuses to stay up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go down here, edit this out a little bit, and just get like a campfire going on. I think that might help keep me alive a little bit. Not gonna be perfect, but it will be something. Typically in a build like this, I might recommend Arlene Iza, but you know, a lot of our damage is coming from Luna, and I don't know if this weapon would be enough to keep us alive, and we'd be losing out on our damage perk from Assassin Sarah. So I don't know. Is the damage perk from Assassin Sarah worth losing out on potential Luna damage? That's honestly something I'd have to figure out later on. I'm gonna stand over here and just wait for them to come to me, because that is where I want to get. Oh, come on. That's where I want to get them all stacked up, because that'll be the way. That'll be the way. Oh no, he walked away. The chain lightning was how I'm supposed to get extra damage. At least I've got battle beat active though. Yeah, easy, easy, easy. This whole area is gonna blow up regardless, because I mean these guys are building traps close to the wall in a death bomb mission. I don't know exactly what they expected, but oh yes, there we go. There we go. That's the ball. That's the ball rolling right there. Get away from them before they blow up all the way. Crowds. It's like it's easier. The bigger the crowd of enemies, the easier this weapon has, like the easier time. It's so satisfying. And it's kind of why I was being greedy about coconuts earlier. I figured this mission would be a little brutal, and I was correct, seeing as we just ran it last mission and it was brutal. Maybe I should be using my smoke bombs again. Ah! Don't want to get blown up. Don't want to get blown up. Oh god. This is so fun. I wish it was just an easier mission, because you know, having to run away all the time really messes things up. In a mission that's non-healing death burst, non-death bomb, these weapons are just unstoppable. All right, wave 2 begins. I'm just gonna head down here right away. Got my vacuum tube spear ready to go. Ooh, are we gonna have some smaller targets? Oh, I'm getting what I asked for. Smaller targets means less death bombs, no smashers to punch me back. Oh, this is just the best. This is great. This is exactly what I could have hoped for. Look at that damage. And it's also nice too to have, you know, like the Sunbeam weapon, because this is the one reason I always argued Sunbeam even with Luna, was because Brightcore does more damage up to a certain health value. And if you're playing the way I'm playing right now, a certain health value is not something you can really control that well. And so I always figured that just made more sense. And I still stand by that, but you know, later on in my life, I've been a bit gutsier. So at least for these videos, I've been running Brightcore more often. I think I did that in the Tree of Light video. I know I mentioned that several times, but I don't know. It's basically a sister video to this one, because it had a lot of similarities going on. So I figured I'd, you know, just bring it up, mention the things that are going on. And I don't know if I want to just stay at this exact section the whole time. Kind of want to run off to the... Uh-oh. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a hell of a lot to this. I think...
What are the modifiers?
It's smoke screen, but...
Okay.
it's the vacuum tube spear. Great group damage, not great single target. I don't know, with some help, but this is what I'm talking about here. Do I have a triple crit damage? I have a triple attack speed Ravager. Wrong element, but yeah. Stronger weapon, faster attack speed, great combo. Great combo. I wish I had a triple attack speed physical one, but it's not that big of a deal. Is this thing gonna break? I think I'm actually gonna break my Ravager. Honestly, it's fine by me. Easy mini boss. Get some teamwork going in there. Nothing to it. Nothing to it whatsoever. My spear is about to break, and I kind of wanted to show off the vacuum tube axe, so I'm gonna do that. Now, this is not an axe build. I would highly recommend, instead of Battle Beat, maybe use Dennis Jr., because he will give you that ability to activate Toy Rockin' Out based on axe eliminations. However, or at least Rock and Riff. However, even without it, you can see the weapon does very similar to the spear. Low attack speed, for sure. Decent, but lower attack speed. But much better single target, and that also means that the chain lightning is actually doing more damage on top of it. You can see the axe is doing perfectly fine. Single target always struggles, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. If he's walking away from you, obviously it's going to be a little bit more annoying, but yeah, he's just kind of bullying me. Just shrugging off the damage. But against a crowd of more normal zombies, nothing to it. Nothing to it whatsoever. I just want to get one more chain. There we go. Back off, heal a bit. Standing in beehives with death bombs all around me is a very, very harsh scenario. These coconuts are the only thing I have to stay alive, and they are doing a well enough job, but still, even in this harsh environment, the spear is really good. Really, really good. Every time I land a hit like this and it just kills everything around it, it's so incredibly satisfying. It's one of the most fun weapons in the game to use, in my opinion, and very glad to be showing this off. Every time I've mentioned the vacuum tube sword and the vacuum tube weapons in general, I've wondered why I have not made a video on these already. And it's one of those funny things to ask yourself, because, yeah, Ben's Warcry, because, like, if you find yourself asking yourself questions like that, just do it. I mean, why haven't I? That's the wrong question. I say this to the lady friend, actually. When she and I are making plans, she asks me, oh, why haven't we done that in a while? I'm like, why haven't... Oh, no, say, when should we? That's... And it's actually helped, where we've stopped asking why we don't do X or whatever together. We just start making plans. Like, why haven't we been to a movie theater? It was something that came up. And I was like, how about we just go do it? And... yeah, when the new Wakanda Forever came out, she instantly bought some tickets. We did that. It was that easy. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. Why have I never made a video on the vacuum tube weapons? Well, now I have, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment what you guys want to see down below. Let me know what you thought. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, and yeah, go get some ice cream. And then